South
right.
Carolina and Georgia here in this one. Mindy, Georgia. Who do you got number one? Mindy, Georgia, or Texas?
Uh, I like Georgia, but Texas, if I take a look at strength of schedule for like the next 10 games, it's pretty darn easy. So I think Texas can make a heck of a run at the national title here so far. I think it's going to be interesting to see. I don't know if it's getting Alabama early. I think the quarterback is going to make his way through. I think Alabama's going to wind up being pretty good by the end of the season.
Well, against
What do you
South
think? What do
Carolina.
you
Well,
think? What do
oh,
you think?
thank you. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I was going to try to avoid the question.
No.
Right. Well, let's give right. Still going to have experience with Georgia necessarily, and I don't know if I was asking. I'm glad you answered it the way you did because I was kind of thinking that maybe the poll because maybe I jumped the gun a little bit. We did see some kind of conflicting polls now with, but again, I think they're 1 and 1A. I would guess at this point, considering. Right now, but maybe there's still an experience factor with Georgia. There are certainly too many pieces. I think I don't think the teams are overwhelmingly dominant over the teams just below them. That an upset or two couldn't happen in a playoff scenario. I know I'm not totally overjoyed with the two teams, but I would take the experience, I guess, of Georgia having been there, done that, and Texas finally living up to the expectations of how many years have we waited for the Longhorns to be back, and they still got to stay there. I mean, we can't just say
So
they're back.
they do have the easy strength of schedule the next 10 games, so they can stay up there a while, you know.
Well, they are back as far as like they are going to be a player in this season no matter what. I mean, especially with given that schedule. But again, they're Texas, so you figure something. What's going to
They'll mess
happen
up
along the
somehow.
way. So
Right.
okay, well let's take a look at Georgia with a 4 touchdown favorite against South Carolina. That's still asking a lot, maybe, but it's still Georgia, number 1 or 1A here against the Gamecocks, 4 touchdown favorite. Got a lot of 4 touchdown favorites, and promise you this. Maybe you did. I don't know if you looked ahead, Mindy. I promise you next week it gets a lot better as far as
Good.
the schedule. It gets real good, actually.
Good. Yeah. I mean, everyone's kind of making their money here early on in the season with these matchups. But I think Georgia just totally rolls in this one. South Carolina didn't really impress me much versus North Carolina. I thought South Carolina would do a little bit better, especially with the experience there at the quarterback position. I got Georgia by like 30 in this one. I think they get the number. I'll take them.
Yeah, they opened 27 and a half. It sits 27 and a half, but it did go up to as high as 30 and a half and was as low as 26 at various locations throughout the country. I'm tracking all the action through uh, the odds screen that I use. So I look at all the major books and see where the line has moved from. So uh, yeah, I would think that maybe Georgia can. It looks to be so close to me at 4 touchdowns. I just can't gamble on it. Trying to pinpoint it there. So for me, I'm definitely going under. I think South Carolina. Look, I understand. I get it. You put up 30 points a game so far. Uh, if anything, as far as what you were asking me about Georgia, Mindy, it's about the
Yep.
defense, right? I mean, what they've given up so far, 10 points in 2 games. So they haven't even covered yet. They haven't covered in those two. One was
Yeah,
a
because they
push.
gave 42 last
Yeah,
week
was it
and
a push?
almost
I
got
don't
it.
know. I don't know.
Almost got it.
Was it a push? Both games though went under so far. I just figure South Carolina's got like um, maybe they can get if they get 2 touchdowns. I guess it's going to be hard for me to get there, but I'm you know 10 or 14, and then Georgia. Uh, maybe they'll if they get 42, I might be in trouble, but I'm going to hold them to about 35 or 38 here. I'm going to take the under in this one. Mindy lays the points with Georgia, and it looks like maybe there are a few more comments here. Or Let me see. Or maybe there's some conversation I'm just missing in the chat.
Spencer
No, there's definitely a little bit more commentary here with one of the top teams in the country. Blackhawk Bully never betting against Georgia. Jamar maybe going over here.